Hello, everybody. How are you? We're back with another consumer video for Cheyenne, the number one city in Wyoming. And this particular consumer video is going to be about the five worst hamburger places in town, guys, because if there's anything that says America other than hot dogs, apple pie, it's hamburgers. You want the best, avoid these places. For example, Seascape Hamburgers. I just didn't have a good experience there, guys, because what they try to do, rather than sitting at a table, you sit on sand. They're trying to get a beach feel, right? So that's the whole idea. That's their marketing angle. They're trying to get a beach feel to the place. But unfortunately, it didn't work for me, guys, because I got sand in my hamburger, and the next thing I had was a sand burger. And it did. I'll tell you something. It did add some crunch, but it didn't agree with my digestive tract, guys. So I'm gonna have to say no to Seascape Hamburgers in Cheyenne. Now, the number two on my list of five worst hamburger places in town, it's gonna be Pickaxe. Now, Pickaxe uses actual hatchets to chop the hamburger. And it's kind of cool because they let you sit next to the kitchen. You can watch them back there lifting these axes and chopping them down on the meat and getting it all ground up. But unfortunately, when I was there, guys, that meat gets kind of greasy. And one of the chefs, the axe flew out of his hand and it went right into my meal that I had already been served, and chopped it in half. The two halves went flying of my hamburger, and one hit a little baby right in the noggin, and the other knocked down a waiter into the tables, and now he's suing me. I didn't do anything. So I'm going to have to say no to Pickaxe Hamburgers right there in beautiful Cheyenne. Okay, guys? Now the next on my list, the next one on our list is going to be Text. T-E-X-T, text. We all text now and then. And that's the hook of this restaurant, guys. They will let you text. They want you to text your order. So you send your text in an order. Now, when I was there, unfortunately, when I texted my order, it turned out that my ex was working there. And she texted back and said something like, funny to see you here. So I said, who's this? Who dis? And she said, you know who it is. And I said, actually, I don't. And we got right back into it. The entire argument that existed that was going on when I broke up with her. So, guys, it's going to be too much for me, guys. And for that reason, I'm going to say no to Text Hamburgers right there in downtown. Now, the next one on our list, guys, for the worst hamburgers in Cheyenne, the next one on my list of the worst hamburgers in Cheyenne is Tram. Tram Hamburgers is really kind of fun to a certain extent. Let me explain. So Tram Hamburgers sell you the table is on a tramway. So in other words, you order the food, you get on the tram and you eat it. There's a table on the tram car, and you go above the city of Cheyenne and you get to see the sights while you're eating your hamburger and having a soda. Now that sounds pretty good at first blush, perhaps, because it's got some tourism potential. It's a hook, gets people coming to the city, and it separates Cheyenne from other up-and-coming cities like Casper. Now, the problem I had, guys, is that sometimes when you're on the tram, the wind blows. And the wind blew, so it's basically an outdoor cafe in the sky is what it is, guys. And so the wind blew my napkin, and it landed on the face of some guy that was walking on stilts as part of the entertainment below the tram there, street entertainment. And this guy on stilts fell down when he crashed into a parked car. So it can be kind of dangerous. And sometimes I just want to relax and not worry about the fact that I'm 75 feet in the air and I might step out the door of the car by mistake thinking I'm leaving the restaurant and then plummet to my death, guys. It's just too much pressure for me. Now, the next one on our list of the 5 worst hamburger shops in Cheyenne is going to be outpatient. Now, outpatient started as part of a medical service. It's a mobile restaurant. Their original idea was actually just delivering meals to people that had just left surgery and were at home. They were outpatients. They were no longer in the hospital, but they still needed some good hospital food. Well, the only flaw in their marketing plan, because they expanded to regular citizens, the only flaw is there is no good medical food. Have you ever stayed in a hospital? They don't have any good food at any hospital ever in the history of mankind. So to deliver hospital food to the home is a serious hole in their marketing approach, guys, because it tastes like cardboard. So I'm going to have to say no go to them. And let's just do a final one. And this is going to be tearfully. And tearfully, they're it's a little different. You walk in and everybody's crying. And what they do is they play sad movies on these big screens throughout the entire restaurant. And it really gets you teared up, man. They play Sounder. They play all these old movies that have made you cry. And they're trying to get you in an emotional state so that you spend more. Because studies show that people give more to charities, they tip more, and spend more when they are in an emotional state. So basically, you're being taken advantage of. And frankly, I don't mind giving money to charities or paying even this place more for a hamburger. If they deserve it, it's good food. But the problem is, I was crying so much I couldn't even read the bill. So I don't know if our bill was $40 or $4,000. I have no idea, and I won't know till I get home and look at my bank statements, guys, because I was crying like a baby. So tearfully didn't work out for me, but maybe it'll work out for you. This is my opinion. If you know any bad ones that you have not heard on this list, hey, leave a comment, because maybe there's ones that I need to try that I'll like, that you didn't like, and vice versa. Okay? And same thing, if you know some good ones, leave a comment on that, because when you do, guys, you help lift the entire community of Cheyenne as we rise together. I hope that helps, guys. Talk to you soon.